The biggest mistake I see people make when they start a faceless YouTube automation channel is picking a niche that they think sounds exciting. I've helped over 4,000 people start faceless YouTube automation channels through Grow Channels, the biggest YouTube automation coaching company in the world, and I've seen which niches blow up and which niches quietly make people rich, and the pattern is always the same. The boring niches win. So in this video, I'm going to show you 5 boring niches that nobody else makes videos about because they're boring, but they're quietly printing. I'll break down how each one of them works, how much revenue can you realistically expect, and how can you get started. So let's begin. The trap that you want to avoid is starting a sexy niche, especially if you are a beginner, because you might be tempted to start a celebrity channel, a news channel, a sports channel, maybe a gaming channel. But the problem with all of those is, one, they're trend-based, so they probably require you to be there every single day, stay on top of the trends, stay on top of the news, see what's happening, and be the next one who covers the content. Number 2, even if you do that, you're gonna get paid low RPMs, meaning a low amount of dollars per 1,000 views, because you're gonna get watched by everybody on planet Earth, and that audience is gonna be a mixed bag, not necessarily the most valuable. And not only this, but you are kind of on this hamster wheel where you need to do it again and again and again because they expire. Whatever was trending today, whatever was news today, it's not going to be trending, or it's not going to be news in a month from now. So you constantly need to be on and on and on. I think it's great if you're really passionate about it and if you really love that type of content, for sure, go do it. But if no, for 99% of the people, myself included, you don't need to start a sexy niche. Especially while on the flip side, there are this group of niches that we're going to call them boring for the sake of this video, that are overlooked. Not a lot of people are starting them and not a lot of people are running them because not a lot of people know about them, but that's not going to be you with this video. They are evergreen, meaning you post something today and it's going to make money in a month, in a year, even in 5 years if you do it right. And they also pay you a high RPM, meaning a high amount of dollars per 1,000 views, because the audiences are very valuable. And you also don't need to be passionate about it because you can learn by doing the research with AI. So let's start with niche number 1, which is nostalgia. But instead of talking, I'm just going to jump here on my computer and I'm going to show you guys instead. The channel that I'm going to show you guys as an example here, it's called The Not So Distant Past. They only have 22 videos, 10,000 subscribers, which is pretty good. But here's what's crazy, guys. This channel started about 2 months ago and they're getting about 400,000 views with an estimated earnings of just shy of $4,000, from $0 to $4,000 per month in 60 days. I mean, that is just insane. So let's look a little bit at what is it that they're doing, because one thing that we can see about them recently, they're not making very long videos, right? They're making 8, 10, 12 minute videos, which is going to give you a very low cost. So they're not investing an arm and a leg into the production of this. Their thumbnails seem to be made with AI, which again, it's going to reduce your cost significantly. I bet their voice is also AI. So they're really leveraging all the things that you need to leverage and you need to engineer basically to get the unit economics of this business model right. And as an example, I assume they're not a beginner. They're somebody who knows about this stuff. And now that you are in the know, you are going to be able to do something similar as well. Now, some of their most popular videos are things like what happened to the automat, what happened to TV repair shops, why fixing TVs disappeared, to CB radios, what happened to telephones. So you can see that they're not reinventing the wheel. They kind of just have one format, which is what happened to right TV stations, radio stations, telephone operators, and they just bring things from the past that people are going to be nostalgic about, and it's working very well for them. In just a couple of weeks, as you can see, they have over 200,000 views, 180,000 views, 128,000 views, which is just amazing. Now, when it comes to financials, here's one of the best parts, right? This channel, guys, it's only getting what, 400,000 views, and they have an estimated monthly earnings of $4,000. This gives them a $10 RPM, right? So for 500,000 views, they would get $5,000. For 1 million views, they would make over $10,000. And if they can scale past that, I guess you guys can do the math, right? Which is one of the beauties with this. And let's compare this to an entertainment niche where for the same million views, you only get $4,000. Here, you're gonna get $10,000. And there's so many things, there's so many topics about nostalgia that you guys can cover. And I know this firsthand because one of my students, Tammy, started a very similar channel to this one. Now for her previously, I'm not going to reveal the exact channel, but I can tell you that in just a couple of months, she was able to scale it from $0 to $5,000 per month without having any previous experience about this business model. And this was when AI was not so hot and AI couldn't do most of the work for you like you could do right now. So shout out to Tammy. This just shows that you guys can do this as well.
Hey guys, real quick, if you're someone who's serious about making money on YouTube with YouTube automation and faceless YouTube channels. So if you work a high-paying job and want to make more money on the side, or if you're a business owner and you're looking to diversify your streams of income, then go ahead and book a call for one-on-one coaching by clicking the link in the description. I've helped over 5,000 people just like you make more money on YouTube, and I'd love to see if I can help you do the same thing. So go ahead, click the link in the description, book a call, and I'd love to see you on the other side. If not, no issues, enjoy the free content.
And if you guys think like, guys, $4,000, maybe $10,000 is not enough, let me show you the next niche. It's still some kind of history, but different. It's called the history of simple things. And they're definitely playing a different game. They're playing a volume game. So compared to the first channel that had 22 videos, this one has 2,700 videos. And as a result of this, they have 935,000 subscribers. But again, what is crazy, they were able to do this in less than 2 years, or in roughly about 2 years, which I think is just crazy, right? They have very simple topic with very simple production. I mean, I'm sure you guys are looking at these topics and you can probably say like, I can do this myself in Canva. And I bet you can. Right? It's just an image and they just put some text on it, but because they do so much, right? They're optimizing for decent content and they're maximizing for how much can we do? Apparently a lot. And let me show you this, guys. They're getting about 9.4 million views. So almost 20 times, actually more than 20 times the views in the first channel, 9.4 million views, and estimated monthly earnings, they are $90,000, right? Let me say that again. 9.4 million views, almost $90,000 with very simple videos about the history of simple things. Let's look at some of their most popular videos. And once again, guys, it's crazy. This video was only posted 2 months ago. It has 2 million views. Why do people say Roger that instead of understood, right? I mean, this is just crazy. Why uranium is the most powerful element on Earth? Very simple, basic videos, 8-minute videos, right? So once again, very short, so they can post a lot of them and they're not going to cost them a bunch of money. And they're literally printing. They're also taking advantage of one more thing that the first channel wasn't doing, and that is shorts. They're also posting a lot of shorts. It sounds like anywhere from 2 a day, I would say. As you can see here, 1 day ago, 2. Okay, I think it's 3 shorts a day. Yeah, they're also posting 3 shorts a day, but you probably guessed how they're making the shorts. They're just taking their long form videos, these 8 to 10 minute videos, and they're just clipping them and distributing them with shorts, which I'm sure is bringing them some of the views and might not earn them as much money as the long form. But still, guys, overall, these guys were able to build almost a 1 million subscriber channel in about 2 years, just talking about simple stuff. And I guess this just proves the easiness and the simplicity, I would say, of this business model. I truly believe you guys can do something similar and start your own channel. So the first niche that we covered was a classic playbook overlooked. The second one was kind of hidden in plain sight and it made a bunch of money. The next niche that I want to tell you guys, I can bet that you have not seen before and you couldn't even think that making money with a channel like this, completely faceless, was even possible. So let me show you. The channel that we're looking at, it's called Behind the Casino, right? Like, I'm just gonna take a moment here. Let me know in the comments if you've seen this before, if you thought this was possible. I definitely did not, and I would bet, if you're not lying, that you have not seen this before. So they basically talk about where insiders reveals what casinos hide. Let's look at their most popular videos, because this just puts a smile on my face every time I just see this. It's just crazy how many niches, how many channels can be out there, guys. Like, I've never thought about this, and if you've never thought about this, imagine how many other things we have not yet thought about that could be channels and could be making a bunch of money. Look, there's this person with this lady right here. I worked casinos for 40 years. Here's what I never told the players, and this is probably a story video. Or these 20 slot machines will empty your wallet. Ex-casino manager reveals, or ex-casino employee. Once again, they got these formats with employees and managers and hostess and whatever, and they're just doubling down and doubling down. Now, I'm not sure how valuable this audience is. I'm not sure how much money advertisers want to advertise casino and betting stuff, but based on 600,000 views, they're making about $4,500. This is not too shabby. This is very close. $10 RPM. What is this? 8? Yeah, it's probably an $8 RPM. So for every 1,000 views, they make $8. For every 1 million views, they make $8,000. I'm sure this is better odds than the casino. And this type of content, guys, this is very easy to make. Not to mention that for some reason, they weren't posting as many. I mean, actually, yeah, they were kind of posting like 3 to 4 videos a week, but recently they have stopped. This might be an opportunity for you to start a similar channel, or just to kind of maybe be a little bit more creative and just open your horizons and research, not invent, just research crazier spaces and crazier niches. If you like stuff like this, or if you want to, I don't know, if you get an idea, oh, maybe this could work, maybe instead of the casino, with you something else. I think this channel right here, it's proof that there are so many opportunities within this business model. And switching gears here real quick, the next niches that I'm going to show you are more serious and also have more serious RPMs, like one video can pay your rent type RPMs. Let's call this the real estate niche, and there's two channels, different channels, that I want to show you. The first one is called Mr. State, which has this bear, I think it's a bear, character, 100 videos only, and they have over 126,000 subscribers. They started less than a year ago. We only show you the good stuff in here, guys. And they make videos about 25 US towns where home prices are so low, you'll think it's a scam. Or top 18 creepiest small towns in the US, locals warn you not to visit, right? They just talk about random cities and states and abandoned stuff in rural areas. You won't believe these 10 mountain towns. And look at the views, guys. This one got 2 million views. This one got 1 million views. This one got 600,000 views. So the opportunity is huge. So much so that they're making over 1.5 million views. And this one says their estimated earnings are $6,700. But I can tell you from the community and from the students that we've had in niches like this, it's actually way higher. Niches like this can easily have a $10 RPM. So for this 1.5 million views, this guy is making at least $15,000, right? I have another extension here, Nextlift, that says they got 1.5 million views. So it checks out and it's giving them a 6.3 RPM, which again, I think it's on the low end. But still with this, they're close to $10,000, not $6,000. Overall, guys, this is a great niche if you want to make money. It's very simple. Stuff like this can easily be researched with AI. Like, I bet nobody's passionate about the creepiest states or like the creepiest small towns where locals want to know. This is purely a research channel. If you have a little bit of time, you can do the research with AI and you can just delegate the content to the team. You can easily produce content like this. And they were posting quite aggressively when they were at it. 4 to 5 videos, it sounds like. Similar to the previous channel, they haven't posted in 12 days. Something is a little bit weird here. But let me show you this, because this is about US states. But to show you how big the opportunity is, let's look at Loving Canadian, right? Not about the US, but about Canada. 43 videos, started 3 months ago, and their first video, 25 Canadian towns where home prices are so low you'll think it's a scam, 92,000. Guess where they got this from? Mr. State's most popular video is 25 US towns where prices are low, you'll think it's a scam. Loving Canadian took the same video, made it about Canada, and got 92,000 views. This is the blueprint right here. You want to just not copying. This is not copying. This is modeling. They took the same format, the same video idea, and they just adapted it. They made it to another market, and it got 92,000 views. It didn't get millions of views like the first one, but still, they probably made $1,000 on this video or something like this. So very good, and it's not even their most popular. 12 ghost towns in Canada you are not supposed to know. These guys are still posting, and they're posting, let's see, upload frequency only 3 videos a week. They are making them longer. They're making them 20 to 30 minutes. Actually, no, the majority of them are 30 minutes. So the production might take a little bit more time or might be a little bit more expensive, but still, guys, they're also getting 700,000 views, making about $7,000 according to the monthly earnings. This is a great potential where you don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be passionate. You just need to follow the playbook, and you can make $5,000 to $10,000 according to these channels right here.
Real quick, if you want to start an online business to build an additional stream of income on the side of your job or your existing business, and would like to learn more about how you can do that with faceless YouTube channels, just like hundreds of my other clients have done, I have a free training linked in the description that will show you how to do just that. So if you're interested, click the link below, and if not, no issues, enjoy the free content.
I believe that the niches that I've shown you guys in this video are probably the most boring, but definitely some of the most profitable niches that I've seen. And trust me, I've studied hundreds and thousands of niches. I've covered hundreds of them on the channel alone. And the final one, the one that I want to end with, the cherry on top, it's one that I would actually start if I were to start a channel today. So if you stuck until this point in the video, thank you so much. You are in for a treat. Let's jump right in. I'm not even sure how to call this niche, but I'll let you guys describe it in the comments. The channel that I like, it's called Old Line Power. Not Online Power, Old Line Power. And they're basically saying they're an independent documentary channel about the historical power and influence. It's basically celebrity channel, but about the history and the most powerful figures. It's not as boring, basically. I don't find this stuff boring. I think some of those guys are actually very interesting, and some of the stories here are very interesting, right? Let's look at their most popular videos. The mystery heirs who vanished from a hotel room. Ida Wood, right? Or the Gilded Age heiress who dined with Stalin and ruled American wealth, right? These are kind of story documentaries. Or John Jacob Astor, right? I think this is the guy from the St. Regis Hotel who drowned, unfortunately, on the Titanic. But it's just kind of documentary stories, and you guys can see why I put this under the boring niche. You probably haven't heard of any of those people, neither have I. You probably never thought about telling a story, a 1 hour long story about them is gonna get hundreds of thousands and sometimes even millions of views. Well, That's the point, right? It's overlooked. Not a lot of people know about it. Not a lot of people are going to start a channel like this. And as a result, not a lot of people are going to get about 1 million views and make $3,000 to $5,000 per month. Again, I think vidIQ here has been very on the low side, very conservative with the earnings today. I think if you get 1 million views in this niche, you can easily make $5,000, $10,000, and even more, because the people who are going to watch those videos are probably going to watch it on TV. It's quite long, are probably of an older demographic, so they're going to be worth more to the audience. You might even make more than a $10 RPM for 1 million views. So if you are interested in stuff like this, do your research and start an overlooked niche. Start a boring niche. Now, you've got the niches, you locked your in, but what do you do next? Because this is where a lot of people get lost. If you want to learn more, just click this video right here where I break down the fundamentals step by step, and I show you the difference between the people in the niches that are going to make you $3,000 a month, $10,000 a month, and the ones that quit just after a couple of months. So I'll see you there.